Audio is good. Stream, OBS is running. Stream should be running. And once the delay picks up, we are live. Welcome back to the stream about nothing.
Hey, yo.
Yes, I had to put a Die Hard reference in the title for it. Oh.
Stream harder. Hey, I already told you I put the finale from my Jak 3 playthrough was literally a very yippee-ki-yay motherfucker fight / ending.
Yep.
Although the final strike was more of a say hello to my little friend. And when Jak walked away from it with a shit-eating grin, 19 years later, I still fucking love it.
Oh. So I hope you guys are having a good June so far. I hope you guys enjoyed the Dino Crisis playthrough. I started on Dino Crisis 2 today. I am currently in the underwater segment with the Mosasaurs.
Don't get me fucking started on that part.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's all I have to say. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking shark. It's like the fucking Shark Tank in the original Resident Evil.
Well, once you get a handle on using on timing the shockwave with their attacks and then hitting them with the needle gun, it's not that it doesn't become that hard. It's just the sheer.
That's where they got the idea of Devil May Cry.
It's just the sheer volume of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Just ask Lily. Ask Lily if she had $1 for every time when I was trying to attempt to do the Resident Evil playthrough for the channel. I came down to that part and I got fucking eaten, and it's like, get the fuck off my leg, you fucking Neptunian bitch. Get the fuck off my leg.
Alrighty.
So to start off the stream, we're going to be taking a look at a classic Charlie video, which up until a couple of nights ago, I didn't realize it was him doing the voiceover for this video. I just knew it existed and I found it funny.
Yep.
But anyway, the video is titled Glory Hole Repair.
Yes.
And it's just fucking perfect, and I'll just let the video explain everything.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there it is. A glory hole right next to the...
Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay. Sorry, I had to double check, make sure that I actually did have my mic running on OBS, or this was going to be a very awkward stream for the first, few minutes.
Right.
That's my bad. My brain done shitted itself. My brain done shitted itself.
Good lord.
I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it did, so let's try this again.
I'm just gonna quote Sig from Jak 2 and say, "Don't wet your fur, Chili Pepper."
Oh shit, there
the guy
it is.
voiced by Phil Lamar.
Right.
Who also voiced Kit Fisto in the Clone Wars TV show and from 2008 to 2020.
You said Phil Lamar, right?
Yep. He's done several Star Wars voices, I think, actually.
He also plays Jack in Samurai Jack.
Well, no shit.
Yep. He also plays...
Not the Jack I was thinking of, but okay.
He also plays Vamp in Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4.
Oh. Well, I guess you happen to know that Phil Lamar voiced Sig in Jak 2 and Jak 3, and I think Jak X.
Yeah, he also plays Marvin in Pulp Fiction.
Huh, okay.
The poor unfortunate sap that John Travolta had a negligent discharge into his face.
Oof. Come on, you have to have an opinion. Do you think God just came down and all this stuff? What the fuck, motherfucker? Oh, I just shot Marvin in the face.
That car didn't hit no motherfucking bump. We gotta get off the road. Cops tend to notice shit like you driving a car drenched in fucking blood.
Oh, if there are other cars around, it could have came from any of them.
I mean, it's L.A. Take your pick.
Yeah. Right. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for what this video has to throw at us.
Okay.
Oh shit, there it is. A glory hole right next to the settling cracks and the door dings. This calls for your secret weapon. You break out the marshmallow paste, but it's not shutting down that hole. The penises are still flying in. Hey there, I'm Bo Riles, Glory Hole Virtuoso. If you're trying to shut down operations on a glory hole, look no further than the liquid drywall. Just spray our whipped cream on there and bingo bango bongo vanishes in seconds. The portal to the dick dimension may be closed, but those cherished memories of sucked wieners will live on within you forever. Our shaving cream requires no extra tools, no mess, no repairman. Fuck this repair guy in particular. Give me that wall, bitch. Let me show you how the liquid drywall works. It takes that wall and it puts it in a can. This is wall in a can, motherfucker. It doesn't get more simple than that. Then you spray it on the wall and that wall leaves the can. Now that wall's on your wall. Gone are the days of playing with old Play-Doh. Gone are the days of painting cake frosting on your walls. Martha, you clumsy slut, you've banged the table into the wall. But luckily, thanks to the liquid drywall, you don't have to sell the house anymore. Thanks to the fast and easy repairs. Whoopsie, you got a little asshole on your wall? Butt plugged. No problem. I'm filling more holes than a male porn star today. Another one hiding behind the door? Not on my watch. What's that smell? Another one? Oh, goodness me, more holes than a block of cheese in this motherfucker. But luckily, there's no match for the liquid drywall. If your house is prone to glory holes, go ahead and install our boner barricade with the liquid drywall. No more worrying about rogue cocks popping in. Are your kids so dumb they fight over the broom and then hit the wall? Well, we can fix the wall, but we can't fix the bad parenting that led to this situation in the first place. There's billions of people on this planet. That's a lot of penises. Liquid drywall. You do the math.
That's like that one thing that goes, hey, accidents happen. How do you think the kids got here? Oh, that... What'd you think?
Oh, God. Only Charlie.
Okay, now let's look at the worst neighbors ever.
Oh, man, I love this video.
Yeah.
This is not your fucking property. Go somewhere else. Fuck you. Go mind your own business.
Sounds
This one is a
like
classic, though.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Did what?
Sounds like Gilbert Gottfried.
Kinda.
Oh, Charlie says that here in a few minutes.
Fucking whore. Stick your nose in everybody's fucking business. This is goddamn Alec property, bitch.
She's,
Have your name on it.
she sounds like Gilbert Gottfried if he smoked more.
Put your fucking name on this Alec property.
Yeah. Kinda.
Yes, it is.
She sounds like a guy on Xbox Live using one of those voice vocoders to troll people.
Sounds like a South Park character.
Fucking Eric Cartman after gender transitioning.
Oh, you didn't.
I mean, we are in the middle of Pride Month.
As long as you mean that as a loving tribute.
I mean, I'm not a South Park fan, so if you are a South Park
Yeah, I don't
fan,
really-
if you are a South Park fan, you can take it as that, but it's not my kind of show.
Well, I don't know much about South Park, but apparently Kyle's mom's a bitch.
She is.
A big fat one too. And it's like, hey, don't talk about my ex that way.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see what else today has to offer.
Just let her have your rhubarb, you selfish harpy. Yeah, she does kind of sound like a mean lunch lady. No, you can't have tickets. Go sit down. No ketchup.
This doesn't bother you a bit. You got the all that over
What does she want the rhubarb for? Is it for, like, her witch's cauldron? Just rhubarb.
Or do I
I've
get
never
the
even seen
feeling just
rhubarb.
has meth written all over it?
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely tripping on something.
Yeah, meth, not even once.
Tell that to the town of Nyack, Illinois. Or, actually, no. Nyack, Illiopolis, and Decatur.
Yeah.
All have at least one part that's meth central.
Or Scott City, Missouri.
Bro. More like, you're confusing that with Perryville, Missouri.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I've been around Missouri. I've seen some shit, okay?
Yeah.
I've seen things. Like, you ever see a hippo with wide eyes being offered a treat?
No.
Well, that's what I look like upon seeing some shit. Like, I've seen some shit, man. Bad shit.
The plant I used to work at was like 8 miles away from Perryville, too, so...
Like I said, Perryville, not even once.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay, let's finish this motherfucker.
Coleman? No, but don't call me sweetheart, honey, man. What are you, fucking lazy?
Stop poking the sleeping bear! She's not even in her final form. I bet she makes a bomb-ass rhubarb pie, though. Uh-oh! Let's go! Let's get wild! Spit on her! Fucking twist on her tits!
Oh my god.
How long does it go on for? How long does it take to grab rhubarb? Holy shit. It's like a giant weed. Just yank it.
She tried to fucking hit me. Now she's leaving.
Not very fast, though. You can probably catch her. She's still here.
The sloth from Zootopia could catch her.
Why do people get so fucking upset about a fence?
It's her gif of the sloth slowly smacking.
Right? Oh.
Bro, I saw this thing where they put the two main characters of Zootopia onto the bodies of Leon and Claire for the Resident Evil remake. And it's like, I play that. Disney, let this happen. Speaking of games, wait till y'all see my Modern Warfare 2 footage later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because Case has been live streaming on Twitch. Do you have a URL for us to plug?
I'm not really worried about Twitch followers. I just export them to YouTube.
Oh. And I have your channel linked in the description, so there's that.
Yeah. Maybe next time I'll plug the Twitch. You know, maybe get somewhat more of a following, but in the meantime, I'm just sticking to YouTube.
Alrighty.
Although,
Yeah,
to the one person who views my streams every time, God bless you. I don't know who you are, but God bless you. Okay, I'm done rambling.
Alrighty.
Like,
Gonna damage your fence.
Roller Coaster Tycoon and you got like trapped inside of a fence, that'd be
No,
tight,
no,
but
I can tell.
it isn't even hers. It's like when the zombies come back from the dead, like in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, sticking their arms through the ground and shit.
Yeah, this is definitely a meth
Is
situation.
that Jeffrey Epstein? I'm not sure yet. Could be anyone right now. Oh, here we go. Let's get it. This is some Addams Family shit.
Da-da-da-da.
What is he trying to take? I imagine he's just out of his fucking mind right now. Like, maybe he thinks he's doing, like, a colorectal exam or something, so he's feeling around in there. I couldn't tell you. But he's not trying to take anything.
What are you doing?
God damn.
What are you doing?
Is that dude or a woman?
Why are you reaching on my pen?
What are you talking about?
You're reaching your hand.
It's either a very effeminate man or a very flat woman.
It's mine. It's my side of the fence.
True, that is their dirt.
Hey, you know what?
Get lost.
That's definitely a woman.
It's like some Tommy Pickles shit with the one tooth.
You're not supposed to be on my property.
I like Lorax where it goes, "That's a woman?" The Lorax predicted 2023.
Oh. Oh God.
I
Oh.
get the feeling it's only got worse.
Yeah.
Your fucking business what I'm doing.
A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do.
Well, I told you before.
A couple catches neighbor in the
Okay,
act. He was
this
waiting
person
for
does look like Epstein. That's female Epstein, Epsteinella, or whatever. What's the female equivalent to Epstein? Or what's the female equivalent to Jeff? Julia Epstein.
Julie Epstein, yeah. Oh.
creep
That
shit.
person dies by hanging themselves. I'm not responsible.
Well, I mean,
Well, actually,
where else are you gonna get these kind of good seats?
Epstein did not hang himself, but okay.
Am I right?
How creepy is this? A surveillance camera.
Hillary, please don't kill me.
Down below, this fam-
I wonder what they thought the noise was.
their baby Reagan in an historic home.
Like squirrels or something?
The row house next door.
Just turns out it's their fucking weird neighbor.
69-year-old Robert McQuillan.
Ugh.
I can't read the title. I can't read the title. What's going on here?
Couple catches neighbor in attic. He was waiting for the creep show. Actually, I don't know if we can even show
Wow.
this. I don't know if we can even show this because it's Inside Edition, which is copyrighted.
Fuck.
So it looks like the next minute or two is Inside Edition.
Like you should have put like some Home Alone shit, like little mousetraps. Blast his hand. Maybe like one of those swinging logs with nails in it that he triggers. A bucket of water that falls on him. I don't know. Like go wild with it. Like have fun. That's like your own little guinea pig. I don't remember exactly what happens here. I just remember when I first saw this, I thought it was remarkably goofy.
So climb that wall and to cut these plants.
I'm gonna cut it down. I'm about to blow up the goddamn place.
Okay, now you're starting to blow up the goddamn place? I'm calling the cops, Diane.
Sounds like the
Goddamn
rhubarb lady.
Son of a bitches.
You too, Diane. Have a good day.
She does sound like the
She kind of
rhubarb
looks like
lady.
Elton John a little
Police
bit.
department. Have a good evening.
Good.
Good. Have a good night. Remember, I would have given
I
it to
have
you.
to give you another number. 'cause
Okay,
I'm
I will.
calling a number
But what
next
incentive do I have to give it to
Oh,
you?
Diane, you
How do feel
jokester.
about this? I have no incentive.
Sounds like Randy and Scream. Did they put her liver in a mailbox? Because it sounds like I heard they put her liver in a mailbox.
or
Liver
Toad,
Huh?
or Toad from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Probably.
Toad always sounded like Gilbert Gottfried on helium.
You mean you tell me he's not originally on helium?
Let me tell you something about Princess Toadstool. Contrary to popular belief, Princess Toadstool's pussy has not been run through. No, sorry, Bob. It has actually been sprinted through.
Yeah, he voiced a purple bird on that one PBS Kids show. Cyber something.
I don't know.
Now I gotta look it up because I watched that show along with Kid. Hang on.
Well, here, don't risk your Discord cutting out like it sometimes has been known to do. I got my phone right here in front of me. I'll just do that.
Yeah, it's Cyber Chase.
Oh, it is? Oh, well.
Not to be confused with the underrated Scooby-Doo movie.
Damn, I haven't seen that movie in years.
I still remember the freaking Scary Monster song, like the catchy Scary Monster song that goes, all right. I strangely remember dinosaurs in that movie.
I think that there might have been one section that had... There's a video game based off of it on the PS1.
News to me.
And since I've been using a PS1 emulator for my last 2 PlayStation playthroughs, I might actually download that ROM. If I feel like it. I don't know. I feel like doing
so
some...
Do you play these ROMs with a controller or the keyboard?
With a controller. I have, I use my... I bought an Xbox 360 USB controller.
Playing a PS1 game with an Xbox 360 controller. Never thought I'd see that day.
Yeah, if it's a game that I'm playing through an emulator, I'm using a 360 controller.
Sweet. I probably use a PS4 controller or PS5 controller.
Well, I mean, the Bluetooth capability. Though the last time I tried to bind my PS4 controller to my laptop, I completely lost the audio. And
That's shitty.
And I didn't get it back until I disconnected the controller from the Bluetooth.
Yeah, so just see if we can plug in your PS4 controller through a USB cable onto the laptop.
I did that and I got the same results.
Wow, Sony was literally saying, fuck you.
Yep. So, which is why I have Which is why I have my USB controller.
Say PlayStation's still better than Xbox.
Well, I don't have a preference. Although I do tend to play Nintendo and PlayStation more than Xbox. I honestly don't have a personal preference.
Right.
I just play video games.
Yep. Okay, let's say we finish this off.
Yep.
That's criminal damage. This is criminal damage. How can that be offensive?
She's just doing her job. She's working. Christ.
You block yourself. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. This is no longer about. Listen, how can anyone fit in this space?
She looks like Tom Cruise
She even
playing a character.
Scottish Karen is Scottish.
Asking you to stop nicely.
They're all over the world,
Very
folks,
bold.
not just here in America.
Yep.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Very bold to just grab the saw.
Yeah. Quite.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, what's another?
I've been revisiting Film and Stuff's videos lately, and trying to remember. I didn't really have a specific review of his in mind. I just thought, oh, hey. Oh, by the way, Terminator on Sega Master System. I have a playthrough for that coming up next week. It's currently set to premiere next Sunday, but I might move it to next Tuesday, depending on when I get the Dino Crisis 2 video finished.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold a candle to the Genesis game. I'll just say that much.
Genesis was underrated.
Ooh. Miami Vice on DOS. I'm actually glad that this game is now considered abandonware if Film and Stuff's video is to be believed.
Huh.
I found one video of Miami Vice on YouTube, but it was for the Atari ST version. However, I could not find a single video of this game on YouTube. And it's probably for a good reason. Because this game is fucking horrendous! This is one of the worst games I have ever played in my life, bar none! So anyway, let's just get this over with, or into it. Miami Vice for DOS. Don't let the game's opening graphics fool you. Although they do a good job representing the TV series, they're the best part of the game. Everything after the graphics sucks big time. The title screen appears to be bland, but the opening cutscene looks good. And admittedly, the first two levels do have some nice graphical details. For example, Crockett and Tubbs do look like their TV counterparts, so I'll give them credit for that. As for the bad guy, well, he looks less like a criminal and more like Derek Zoolander crossed with a Terminator.
He kind of does. He kind of does.
A little bit.
Ooh.
I think they could have made him look a little more like one of the bad guys from the TV show, but whatever. Moving on, the level graphics are decent. It's your standard evil drug lord hideout in docks. Nothing too spectacular to look at, but it's competent enough. After that comes the controls. This is where the game takes a huge nosedive. To move Crockett and Tubbs around, you have to use the mouse. Because the game designers, in their infinite wisdom, decided, hey, we're not going to give you an option to use the keyboard. Now, to be totally fair, my mouse is old, and maybe, just maybe, it could be part of the problem. But even if that's partially the case, using the mouse makes this game nearly unplayable. The only button you do use on the keyboard is the spacebar. This is done to switch between Crockett and Tubbs. But to actually move the characters, you have to press left, right, up, and down with the mouse. However, if you push too far in any direction, they'll just keep on walking. And then you have to practically slam the mouse in the other direction to stop them. Otherwise, they're liable to walk into a flaming pit or go right over a ledge, both of which are instant kills. But no, we can't use the keyboard. That would make things too easy.
First off, I want to know what the programmers were smoking when they decided that was how they wanted to make the player control Crockett and Tubbs.
Beat me.
It must be that really good shit you get out of you get out of Florida.
That's the shit that one guy was smoking in John Carpenter's thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sweet old Arctic Kush.
Yeah. God knows he wasn't doing any blow.
I mean, let's not forget Kurt Russell literally dumped whiskey into a freaking computer game all because he lost. It's like, bruh, you could have just turned it off and walked away. It's like, that was the one time I was pissed off. That's the only time I was pissed off at a Kurt Russell character. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, boy? The fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Yep. Alright, let's move on.
Climbing upstairs, though, is the real deal breaker. To do this, you press up at a staircase. Sounds easy, right? Yeah, right. If you don't press up hard enough on the mouse, the character you're controlling will get stuck on the staircase. Then there's this part, which I actually thought was pretty funny at first. If you press up when they're not near a staircase, they go into a goddamn seizure. Unfortunately, sometimes they'll fucking get stuck in it. Furthermore, if you don't line up with the staircase exactly, they enter seizure mode. Oh, Jesus Christ, this really fucking pissed me off. I swear, there were some times where it literally took me 5 minutes just to get one of them onto a staircase. And then when they were on it, I couldn't get them off. They just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Then I literally had to pound my mouse through my desk just to get them off. Even worse, being stuck on a staircase leaves you vulnerable to enemy fire. And if that ain't bad control, then I don't know what is. Oh, and firing a gun is almost as hard. You have to press the left mouse button in the direction you want to shoot in at the same time. It sounds easy enough. But I swear, sometimes I had to slam down on the mouse and the left mouse button repeatedly before the level even started, just so I could get them to shoot anything. Oh, and sometimes the characters wouldn't even do it. No, they would just walk off a ledge or into a flaming pit. Ducking and shooting is nearly impossible to do, too. I think this is a contender for the worst controls I've ever seen in any game, ever. I really do. The fun ain't over yet, though. Oh no, there's still the gameplay to cover. Get what these fucking wise asses decided to do. Instead of making a simple, straightforward shooter, the game designers decided to get cute. And they ended up making a game that plays like some kind of insane hybrid of Narc, Donkey Kong, and Lemmings. In the first stage, you have to reach the top level where the drug dealer is and exit the building.
Okay, Narc I could see, because Narc was you playing as a rogue cop going after drug dealers. Which I ought to play on the channel at some point, because I do have the ROM for the NES version. But Donkey Kong and Lemmings just... the fuck?
I did get a bit of a Donkey Kong vibe, I'm not gonna lie.
I have a JonTron clip that perfectly summarizes my feelings towards this.
You did not have to do that. You knew you did not have to do that. How could you have done that? Can you live with yourself?
Perfect.
I guess the fact that they're right near an exit doesn't fucking count. But anyway, you have to climb to the top of this building. Now, in a good game, this would be easily accomplished. But since this game has the controls from hell, good luck getting up the staircases. And when you finally get up to the third level, you'll find that you can't go any further. You see these pistons on the walls? Crockett and Tubbs have to shoot these pistons in a particular order to open up the stairway to the highest level. To get this done, you have to have one of the guys standing at the bottom ready to shoot the lever. Then you have to send the other guy up the staircases and have him shoot the pistons in a particular order. Bottom left first, upper left second, upper right third. At each piston, the guy on top shoots first. Then a split second later, the guy on the bottom shoots the lever. Time it exactly right, and one of the 3 boxes on this thing up here will light up yellow. Time it wrong, though, and you'll either get a red light or nothing will light up. One question. What the fuck does this have to do with Miami Vice?
Exactly!
Right.
Miami Vice...
To be fair, lots of video game adaptations have nothing to do with what the fuck they're adapting back then.
Yeah, but even then, like... Die Hard on NES, like... It was... You know, you're going floor to floor, you're clearing out the floors of bad guys, you're taking the detonators, and you're wiping out the terrorists and you're trying to make everything difficult for Hans, and it's pretty straightforward. And even Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza on PC, it's pretty much almost follows the movie verbatim. You're doing the stuff that John McClane did in the movie with some extra stuff thrown in to lengthen the gameplay. And then you have like Dirty Harry on NES, which is Harry Callahan going through the streets of San Francisco, taking out punks with his .44 Magnum and seizing drugs and all that. Like, it's a pretty simple... I mean, the game itself is not so simple in the first stage, but it's a fairly basic premise that it's like... I mean, in Dirty Harry, that's pretty much what Clint Eastwood did. He would go around in San Francisco. When he wasn't doing his detective shit, he was shooting bad guys with his .44 Magnum. With Miami Vice, it's like you expect to play as an undercover cop who's going around Miami seizing drugs and taking out bad guys. Not
yet.
Exactly, not this shit.
Why I don't play game era.
Yeah, well, I primarily play a lot of older games just because a lot of the newer stuff it doesn't hit me it doesn't sit with me as well as a lot of the older stuff.
Right.
Which you are going to see a couple of DOS games pop up on my channel in the last week of June, because I'm going to be playing a bunch of Indiana Jones games in the week leading up to Dial of Destiny's release.
I hope to God that movie's actually good. Yes, man.
If it isn't, then I am perfectly content with just having the first 4 movies.
I'm probably gonna catch heat for saying this, but I'm probably content with the 1 through 3, because it's a perfect open and shut trilogy.
Yeah, a lot of people, I don't necessarily agree with people who dislike the 4th movie. Like, I get why they would say they don't like it, but I don't mind it nearly as much as I mind Temple of Doom, and 99% of my issues with Temple of Doom could easily be ameliorated by excising the character of Willie out of the film completely.
My issue might have... I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but my issue might have something to do with the fact that Shia LaBeouf is in it.
I can understand
Indiana Jones, he's illegitimate son.
I can understand that.
Lego Indiana Jones 2 is the one Lego game I still have yet to beat 100%. I mean, it's just too fucking difficult. It's like, how about just the game playing the 4th movie instead of rehashing the first 3 movies into an impossible fucking playable mess?
Well, I don't play the Lego games anyway because I don't like how they kiddify certain movies. Like, that's what it feels like. I played the Lego Indiana Jones trilogy years ago, and it didn't feel right to me that it made those first 3 movies just feel way too like kiddified.
Kind of the point.
And that's why I haven't bothered with Lego Jurassic Park or Star Wars or Harry Potter.
I recently started playing through Lego Batman again. Like, it's not actually... I mean, considering it's not actually not that bad of a game. Especially since it's the light gray and black Batman you're playing as. But you can create a classic blue Batman in the character creator if you wanted.
Right.
But, I I remember years ago. I used to use the. It was either the security, it was one of the police skins, but I used it to make a custom Blue RPD Leon custom character.
Ooh.
It would have been nice if you could make the. It would have been nice if you could have made the sleeves one color and then another color, so it looked like he had a 2-sleeve shirt on, but instead it was full blue arms. But oh well. And I also had a custom Kevin character.
Ooh.
Kevin from Resident Evil, right?
Right.
And I made it look like because you couldn't add short sleeves to a Lego character, instead it looked like he was running around with no sleeves, but that symbolized the short sleeve shirt that Kevin had on without the white shirt underneath it, unlike Leon.
Right.
I mean, I still remember playing. I remember back in the old days of playing Outbreak File 2, playing the Desperate Times scenario, which was set in the RPD. I used to, back in the day, years ago, before the concept of the Resident Evil 3 remake even existed, I used to pretend that it was the Resident Evil 2 remake and that Kevin was Leon. Like, just what it could have looked like back then, potentially. Then again, in Resident Evil 0, you go down to that same facility, and people modded Leon and Claire. At one point, people modded Leon and Ada over Billy and Rebecca, because it's like, this is the Resident Evil remake everyone wanted back then, but, you know, it only took them almost 20 goddamn years.
Well, and I think I've said this before, but part of the reason the RE1 remake failed initially was because of Capcom having an exclusivity deal with Nintendo, and it's like you're releasing games exclusive to the third place console on the market. It's like if they had gone multi-plat, if they didn't have that exclusivity deal with Nintendo and they could have released the RE1 remake multi-plat right out of the gate, RE4 might have been a completely different story. But
if they were gonna make, sorry, go ahead.
But because the RE1 remake flopped on the GameCube, and because they were also trying to draw a little bit of influence from Paul W.S. Anderson's first movie, where it was more to give it more of an action bent, and because Shinji Mikami just didn't want to just make the same game again, we had RE4, which is more action than horror, in my opinion.
It even influenced a bunch of titles.
Yeah. The RE4 remake, I think, is a perfect blend, is a perfect 50-50. But the original one...
Yeah.
The original RE4, in my opinion, is definitely more like 65-35.
Yeah. And if the Resident Evil 1 remake was going to be exclusive on anything, I'm surprised they didn't just make it a PlayStation 2 exclusive.
Yeah, it should have been like...
It would have sold more on a PS2.
Yeah, because PS2 was pretty much owning that console generation.
Let's face it, Sony's been winning the console wars for a decade now.
Yeah. Well, to me the console wars are just the adult version of my dad makes more money than your dad.
You're not wrong.
That's all I see from it. I just see a bunch of grown men who are engaging in like playground, schoolyard arguments over whose dad has the better job and whose dad makes the most money, but with
who gives a fuck?
With overpriced paperweights.
It's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Well, at the risk of going back to my clip farm.
No, nobody gives a shit.
That's perfect. That's fucking perfect.
Yeah, I can't use the Robotnik clip or else Viacom will block the stream.
They can suck. They can live long and suck it. Like, don't they also own the rights to Star Trek?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was right in saying they can live long.
Yep.
That's what. Okay, so in the Big Bang Theory episode, when they go to see Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Will Wheaton from The Next Generation shows up dressed up as a Star Trek character going into a Star Wars movie, and he said, "Just root for the home team," and someone in the back yelled, "Star Trek sucks! Star Trek is so bad, and live long and suck it." It's like, whatever, Will Wheaton, you're the one kid from Stand By Me that nobody fucking remembers.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah,
it's true.
As far as I know, I hadn't heard of Will Wheaton prior to Big Bang Theory. Just like 1 or 2 episodes that I had managed to catch that he was in. Because I don't watch The Big Bang Theory, and I've never been into it. It's one of those shows I just kind of watched in passing.
Yeah. Dude, Jerry O'Connell makes an appearance as Sheldon's older brother, the older version, and it's like, how come no one connected the dots that that's literally another kid from Stand By Me? Yeah. Jerry O'Connell also voiced Superman in several animated DC films.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Stand By Me. I've got the DVD for it on my shelf because it was in a $5 bin, but I haven't watched it yet.
Isn't Sean Astin also in it?
I don't know if he is. Hold up. The only actor I know for certain is in Stand By Me is Kiefer Sutherland. Why don't you go home and fuck your mother some more?
Oh, Lord.
I know that scene. I've seen that clip on YouTube. The kid's pointing the gun at Kiefer Sutherland and he goes, "Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood."
Oh, damn.
Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell.
I was about to say, Sean Astin also plays in the final season when Sheldon and Amy are about to win the Nobel Prize, they were trying to copycat one of them was played by Sean Astin, and it's like, again, how did they not connect the dots and realize that's really Sam from Lord of the Rings, especially when there's an episode when they were fighting over, when they found the official ring movie prop from the movie, when they were fighting over it. Like, how the fuck did I not connect the dots? That guy sitting right there is literally Samwise Gamgee. Have you been eavesdropping? It's like they talk about these actors, and it's like even Leonard Nimoy's son makes an appearance in the show because it was around the time Leonard Nimoy died.
Mm.
It's like, then again, Leonard Nimoy also had a song called "The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins," and I bet that song got him laid so much back in the day.
Probably.
I mean, when you have money, you can get laid.
When you're one of the most recognizable television characters of all time.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about the guy playing Spock in these new Paramount Plus Star Trek shows. I mean, not bad, but I'm just still because to me it's either it's got to be Leonard Nimoy or Zachary Quinto.
Mm.
You know, from the
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
Oops.
from the Jar Jar Abrams flicks.
I fucking love that Jar Jar Abrams. Speaking of which, they're supposed to be developing a true sequel to Cloverfield, and I'm hoping it's out in the next year or so.
Eh.
Don't worry, it's probably going to ditch the found footage format.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact, y'all. If you go watch the credits for the first Cloverfield, you hear a staticky message at the end of the credits. If you play it backward, you hear a shaky, panicky voice saying, "It's still alive."
Woof.
Yeah, if that doesn't send chills down your spine, I don't know what will, considering they literally carpet bombed the fuck out of that creature at the end of the movie.
Ooh.
Okay, shall we continue on with the stream, or is there something else we gotta add?
Let's just keep going.
Let's get
Okay.
something straight right now. When I sit down to play a game called Miami Vice, I want to seize drugs and shoot bad guys. I do not want to be standing there like a fucking asshole shooting pistons and levers all day. If I wanted to go play a puzzle game, I'd go play Lemmings. You would think that they couldn't fuck up Miami Vice, right? Well, what do you know? They can. And how they do so fuck it up. Trying to shoot these pistons in the correct order is like trying to finger bang a squirrel that's high on PCP.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me you're an AVGN fan without telling me you're an AVGN fan.
Dude, everybody was trying to copy him back then.
Yeah, and Film and Stuff started his shtick in 2008, which he's been, for the last 2 years, he's been posting exclusively on Subscribestar. He still edits his videos like it's 2008.
I mean, YouTube's been on some bullshit, can't lie.
Yeah. Which, and I think he's the only one on Subscribestar that I'm subscribed to.
As long as it's not OnlyFans.
Well, it sure as hell ain't.
I don't got a problem with OnlyFans, but don't do it unless it's a last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not forget about the worst teachers ever video we reacted to that one day.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine finding that out and you happen to realize you sit at that desk every day.
Right.
I would bring a lighter and gas to the school and just light that shit on fire. Fuck it. I don't care. Expel me, bitch. I'm not fucking doing my work on a fucking covered desk. You desecrated you fucking desk desecrator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your timing and spacing has to be godlike. You have to step back far enough, fire with the one guy, hit the spacebar to switch to the other guy, and then fire a second later. Also, see these bars? I haven't the foggiest fucking notion what they do, but I'm guessing you can only shoot them so many times before they lock out the door controls. Then you have to duck and shoot the lower pistons to get those bars to go back down. This is the worst part, though.
I'm curious as to why one can't shoot faster than the other. Like, the Super Nintendo version of Lethal Weapon, you can pick between playing as either Riggs or Murtaugh before you go into one of the game's 4 or 5 missions. And there's a trade-off between the two. Riggs, because Riggs uses a Beretta, he has a faster rate of fire, but he can't jump as high as Murtaugh, which first off doesn't make any sense because Riggs is younger than Murtaugh. But at the same time, Murtaugh can jump higher than Riggs, but because he uses a revolver, his rate of fire isn't quite so great. And it's like in the show, Crockett used a 10mm pistol as his sidearm, and Tubbs had a .38 snub. So it's like you, one over the other, like a faster rate of fire. Because I noticed Crockett's rate of fire wasn't exactly quite so rapid as it should have been in that little clip he just showed.
Yeah.
I don't know why I paused just to do that, other than I'm kind of a gun nut.
Nothing wrong with that.
If you screw up the timing or the order of these shots, you have to do it all over again. This game can go suck my fucking farts. While you're performing this insane task, the drug dealer drops explosive popcorn or something on you. And if it hits one of your characters, it takes a life away. And you only get 5 lives before the game is mercifully over. Remember when I mentioned how this game is like Donkey Kong? Well, here it is. But if you stand to the far right, the asshole can't hit you. Which makes me wonder why they even bothered to put him there at all. In fact, the only real danger is on the 3rd level. And even then he moves slow as shit. Maybe instead of explosive popcorn, they should have given this guy an Uzi. If by some miracle you manage to turn on all 3 lights, the barrier opens and the bad guy leaves. But you still have to get both guys up the staircases and not get stuck forever. Or walk off a ledge, or walk into the flaming pit. As soon as both guys reach the other exit, the level ends. Finally! It only took me about 30 hours to complete this stupid-ass puzzle. Stage 2 is where I gave up. Now instead of shooting pistons and levers, you shoot levers and this box. Wow! And our good old friend the drug dealer drops explosive popcorn even faster. I'll be honest, I have no fucking clue how to beat this level. You shoot the 2 levers in that box up there and make the platforms appear, and then you get nowhere. Not to mention the fact that this level is glitched as hell. Apparently Crockett and Tubbs can walk on air, but when they shoot the bad guy, nothing happens. But if the characters go near the guy and start shooting, they somehow end up copying themselves. And then they get stuck up there. As for the level itself, I tried everything to beat it. Go to the boat, go to the bad guy, go all the way to the right. Nothing works.
The solution is in the bottom right corner, you stupid dumbass.
Fucking sped.
Not that it matters, because then reaching the end of this level would require you to play more Miami Vice for DOS.
Fuck that.
So as far as I'm concerned, the game is over, which is fine by me. One small good point this game does have is the digitized voices of the characters from the TV show. Like this one from Crockett.
You're a serious limeball.
And the Miami Vice theme in the beginning is meh. Here, listen.
Not quite John Hammer.
Actually, I'm being too kind. It sucks. As a final point, the game company who made this fiasco is called Capstone, and they refer to themselves in the beginning logo as the pinnacle of entertainment software. Ha ha ha! The only thing these guys are the pinnacle of is sucking ass. And I love their logo. Are they supporting gay pride, or are they just hiding a pot of gold behind a rainbow full of shit? These guys make Grand Slam look worthy of their name. So in conclusion, I can see why no one else reviewed this game. It is just beyond awful. Do yourself a really big favor and avoid it. This is Film and Stuff signing off. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's a certified bra moment throughout the entire video in itself.
Oh. I've been on
So we're gonna do... Huh?
I've been on this weird kick where I've been watching a lot of late 2000s, early 2010s Rage reviewers for whatever stupid reason. I honestly have no idea why.
Oh, bro.
So this is a guy that I actually did follow. I was actually a pretty big fan of his. He went by Armic21, and he unfortunately very recently passed away. An official cause of death has not been listed, but he did have a history of epilepsy, and some people are theorizing that that's where it came from. But I've been watching a lot of his stuff again recently just because of that. And Bomberman Act Zero has to be one of his most rage-filled videos, period.
Yeah.
You know, if I think back to my childhood, I can recall a lot of things, but there are a few games that stand out as much as this one did for me. I remember buying the sequel. No, actually, I got the sequel as a birthday gift, and I remember playing it. And I remember playing against my brother finally and realizing how much fun multiplayer could be. Of course, nowadays, multiplayer is all done over the internet, even on consoles. But back then, having up to 4 people sitting around you playing the same game, you know, the contestment, the screaming, the yelling, the pushing, the fighting, everything that would go on, was just one hell of an experience. And Bomberman was really, for me, the pinnacle of what it meant to have 4 people sitting around and playing a video game. Well, after these many years have passed, you would wonder, why haven't they made a new Bomberman game? They did. And guess what? They managed to fuck up one of the best gaming franchises of all time. And they didn't just fuck it up. They fucked it up so badly that they destroyed a legacy in the process. The only question now remains, are you willing to witness the true sin that is Bomberman Act Zero?
Oh.
Oh, the first generation Xbox 360.
Yeah, now, his intro used copyrighted music, so just gotta skip over
And
it.
I mean this, I have absolutely no clue on this one. Konami and Hudson Soft decided they wanted to go a more mature route with this series. Despite the fact that, you know, it's been a kid-friendly series for, forever.
Yeah, they
decided
Dark
to
Knighted
make it dark and
Bomberman.
mature and change everything up and call it a remake of the original game. Having played said original game, I know for a fact this is no goddamn remake. What this is S&M robots in the future trying to blow each other up and failing miserably because of piss-poor controls, horrible, and I mean horrible hit detection, glitches galore, and just a general gameplay that after about 2.5 minutes makes you want to fall the fuck asleep. It doesn't matter how much shit they blow up in this game, you're going to be bored out of your fucking mind, or complaining, or just missing the good old days. So everything about it falls the fuck apart, including this shitty-ass title sequence with the orchestral music in the background. Nothing works here. It's completely fucking broken. So on to the actual review. After the title sequence fucking loads, yeah, expect to see load time. A lot. So we have more of that creepy-ass music. I mean, does this feel like anything like Bomberman to you? Even just watching it from your seat, you must be realizing this doesn't feel anything like Super Bomberman or Bomberman 2 on the NES, which was nice and friendly. No, it's got this very dark and I don't know, mature vibe, or at least that's what they were shooting for. But is it mature really, or is it just a joke masquerading as such? Believe me, it's a fucking joke, and this is too. In order to save data, whatever the hell it saves, you have to be connected to the internet. Do you really want people to know you're playing this piece of shit? And you have a couple options here. There is no multiplayer where you can plug in multiple controllers, or fire them up, or do anything. Mistake number one, no local multiplayer. What the fuck? Every Bomberman game known to mankind has had local multiplayer in some sense. The Game Boy versions have multiplayer where you can play with more than one person around you. It's the whole point of Bomberman. So, instead of doing that, let's pick either between male or female like it really fucking matters.
I'm just gonna say any game that has multiplayer in it should, by default, come with a local multiplayer option.
If Diablo can do it, so can you, motherfuckers.
Yeah. In fact, the GoldenEye remake on the Wii and the 360 had local multiplayer.
Damn fucking straight they did.
Wait while this shit loads up and it's uber melodramatic pacing. It just sechifies it. And then pick a color. I'll do blue since Bomberman was like the blue bomber. I'm sorry, that was Mega Man. But he was blue and white. Believe me, I know that much. So it's just more of this melodramatic bullshit going on. And I really have nothing to say. This is hardly going to be a review. This is just me bitching and moaning about how bad this really is. And I think you'll agree. You'll probably be sitting there going, wow, this looks like shit. Wow, this plays like shit. You don't have to sit here and play it. You don't know it's crap just from that. Bomberman the Genesis, all I know is my own existence. Lol, for philosophical crap.
Somebody just read Philosophy for Dummies when they penned that
time
on the screen.
And we're in.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I picked Standard. Standard is the typical overhead view you've come to know and love about Bomberman. But, you know, of course, they fucked that up here. And tell me these guys do not look like S&M warriors from the future. Like, they're wearing all this bondage gear with, it's like robots in bondage gear, basically, throughout the whole fucking game. And no, there's only two kinds of models throughout the whole game. Don't expect to see anything else, except for minor alterations occasionally when it's like a boss or someone who's supposed to kick your ass. And I also want to show you, like, basically what happens throughout the majority of play. So I'm not really playing for real, I just want to show you this is all that happens throughout this entire fucking thing. I'm standing there, it didn't even get me. I mean, like, I don't even know what to say. It's not appealing in the slightest. The same fucking music of four songs, I think, total will loop over and over and over. And this is what happened. This is why I died specifically. I want to show you something. You get the "You Are Dead" message. You get the wonderful fucking load time. And you're back at the title sequence. 99 levels, 1 life, die once. You know what this means? It doesn't matter what level you get up to in this game, because once you die, that's it. You can make it to level 90 when there's 99 levels in this game. You make it to 98, you die, guess what? That's it. You go back to square fucking one. Now, fuck were they thinking with this shit? So let's say you're stupid enough to keep playing this crappy game.
That's inexcusable for a game that came out in like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
I mean, I just recently, like I said earlier, I played Terminator on Sega Master System, which that'll be up next week. That game, I mean, that came out in the early 90s, and that was a game where it was like, you have 1 life, and if you die at any point in time, you go right back to the beginning of the game. No saves, no continues or passwords or extra lives. You have 1 life. And it was that way in the Sega Genesis one, too. But, and games back then, in the 80s and 90s, you were expected to fuck up a lot, and you were expected to die a lot and have to restart the game constantly.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to checkpoints, get me started on Jak 2 and 3, because there were a lot of parts where it's like, if, like, say you have to like take 14 things out, if you die, you have to, even if you have 1 left and you die, you have to go back to having to take out 14.
Yeah, but in like 2008, 2009, this should have already been a given that you were expected to have checkpoints and a functioning save system that didn't completely fuck over your entire that didn't completely fuck you over that way.
Right.
Hey, just a random gamer. Says lol S&M robots looks like an average. I would argue he just looks like an average, looks and sounds like an average New Yorker. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Woke has become so overused by this point that it just has absolutely no meaning.
Yeah.
Every time I hear the word woke, it's just, from that point on, it's just white noise.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
But at least he found that amusing.
Let's say you decide you'll try the other mode. You go through the same crap you just went through, except now let's use the FTB. FPB. Whatever the fuck it is. It stands for fucked up third person piece of shit camera perspective that's broken and doesn't fucking work. So, more fucking load times for
Armic
nothing, as far as I can tell, because guess what?
Does acronyms.
You're gonna see the same shit you already saw. Look how long this fucking load time is. I mean, for what?
On the 360, that's
The
bullshit.
fuck is it loading?
Yeah.
Nothing! Now we get to see this wonderful camera angle in action. And tell me these do not look like fucking S&M bondage-wearing fucking robots. Yeah, this is what it is. You can control the camera with the other analog stick. Not only does this go against traditional Bomberman rules and regulations, but it just doesn't fucking work. You will consistently not see things, miss things, and most of all, for whatever reason, when you turn the camera angle at times, you'll actually move the game character. You'll move your fucking, I guess, Bomberman, whatever the fuck his name is, Zero? They don't even tell you, so I couldn't fucking even begin to guess. But yeah, it's the same fucking shit. Does this look like fun to you? Oh, and I wanted to show you that. You can actually take hits in this. You have like a life bar. Not that it makes things any easier or more complex, because either the enemies will blow themselves up over and over and over again and not even give you a chance to compete, or the enemies will be so fucking overpowered and ridiculous that you won't have a chance in hell. Full demonstrations of that are coming up, but in the meantime, just take a look at this. This is level 1.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. This is
It's getting a little too fucking hot out here, and this fan is just blowing dust. So, after this one, can I just plug my gameplay and just call it a day? Because it's getting too fucking hot out here, and the fan's not...
It's not doing the... Okay, well, I think my laptop is shit. My laptop is shitting itself again because your voice sounds very distant and echoey.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Let's do that and call it a day, and hopefully I gotta clean this fucking fan so it's not blowing dust in my face because I'm starting to get pains in my chest.
Yeah. Here, let me drop out of the call and then come right back. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to look a certain way to be woke, but the vast majority of them have a look, and you can't use other terms these days. You'll get canceled, so woke is the best thing to say. I would argue the best thing to say is to just call them what they are, dipshits.
Right.
Alright, well... Since, you are having some troubles out there, I'm just going to skip to the real money, the real money spot.
goddamn thing. It's even the same enemies, placement, and everything. It's just a cheesy way to have two separate games, and I say that with quotes, in one pack. The AI does the same thing every fucking round. So So I decided I'd play this longer and put it up my all to beat it. I got to level 89. This was the result of all that hard work. Fuck!
Hats off for the Half-Life shirt.
Huh.
You good?
Yeah. Choked on a little bit of dust.
Ugh. What we're watching is a man's soul just die in real time.
And then, the shit hit the fan. Fuck this.
This is one of his most infamous moments.
Me trying to me attempting the final boss and Devil May Cry 2.
This was me after 2.5 hours of Operation Raccoon City.
Let's even put the
Fair enough.
Daniel in there.
It's crazy to me how I've beaten 100% haven't. Okay, stop. He's already dead.
You know what the best part is? It's still gonna work. Let's fix that.
Damn it, Marco.
I'm 360 just a little. Last thing I need is to destroy my console.
Yeah.
Now, you ready? Here we go! Motherfucking piece of shit!
I forgot epilepsy.
I once saw someone rage quit Superman 64 and destroy the cartridge with a golf club.
This is all that should be left. A piece of
I mean, you
shit.
can't really blame them there.
This clock.
So yeah, just a random gamer. You think this is bro going off? Yeah. I can't remember exactly who it was. I can't remember exactly what the channel name was, but I once saw somebody go into town on Superman 64 with a fucking 9-iron.
Bomberman X-Zero. Bomberman X-Zero is the worst fucking 360 game ever made. If you buy it, if you play it, you're a moron. I won't take anybody's bullshit on this. This game sucks. Do not play it. Just destroy it. Make little fucking pieces out of it. I don't care what you do, but if you play this fucking game, you have lost your mind and are no longer a gamer. It's garbage. Putting it in your 360 runs you the risk of destroying your 360 in the process. Don't fucking play Bomberman X-Zero. Don't fucking play it. Don't even fucking look at it. That's all I have to say about that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play something worth my time, where they didn't destroy a fucking franchise. And guess what, Hudson? Bomberman Live? That isn't a response at all, because you still charged money for it. You should be giving it away for free to all the people who bought this piece of shit. You're hearing it from me first, Hudson. You fucked up. And you will not be forgiven! I don't think it needs to be said anymore. But Bomberman X Zero is the worst fucking 360 game of all time, and playing it is a mistake. Buying it is a mistake. And I tell you what, if you've learned nothing from this, then go ahead. Enjoy the fucking game. Your brain will explode a half hour later. Bomberman X Zero gets a 0 out of 10.
I don't know if this music is copyrighted, so I'm not going to risk it. But,
Yeah. Okay.
There's a... There's... Did you see the stream going down on it?
Yeah.
I pissed on it. Oh boy.
You're sorrow.
Alright, and... Yes, we do remember Army of Two, actually. I have only played the first 2 Army of Two games. I don't know about you.
I played a little bit of both.
Yeah, I still have not played the most recent one, The Devil's Cartel. But, before we go, we are going to plug a little piece of Kaysen's YouTube. This is an import from his Twitch streams of a team deathmatch on Modern Warfare 2, the Modern Warfare 2 remake.
Not really a remake. It's just a sequel to the 2019 reboot.
Right.
But honestly, might as well be.
I mean, it does end with no Russian.
Yeah, which is going to be leading into the inevitable Modern Warfare 3 reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's in the title, but I think it's worth saying that I'm playing on hardened difficulty with the bots.
Right.
Not that it matters. I could play on Recruit and I'm still getting an ass kicked.
Right.
It's like, this AI is getting too fucking smart for my liking. I don't care what anyone says, that's literally a handheld submachine gun.
That's the,
Yeah.
that was a
Glock 18.
the Glock 8. Okay.
Yeah, the auto one.
Right.
There's a semi-auto. There's 2 different variants that you can equip: a semi-auto or the
Or the full auto.
yeah.
But since Just a Random Gamer brought up Army of Two, that's a game I've always wanted to see turned into a movie. I think that could work as a big, as a big big budget Expendables style movie where you have an ensemble cast, especially for the 2 characters that you're going to be following for the entire film.
So yeah, it'd be easy to cast the main heroes.
Yeah, I've always felt Batista would be the best picked for Rios.
Yeah.
He's got the bulk, he's got the size, and honestly, he's not a bad actor. He can do action and still turn in a decent performance.
Yeah. That fucking tried to get me with a claymore. Didn't work. You realize I can see the fucking lasers, right?
Right.
That one didn't go off when it was supposed to.
Should have been like in Expendables 1 when Dolph Lundgren hits that guy with the grenade launcher and his entire upper body just gets split from his waist and launched across the ship.
That's a hell of a way to fucking die.
Warning shot! Little low.
Ragdoll flop. See the way my body flopped forward there?
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen the trailer for Expendables 4?
Not yet, but I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Like 50 Cent comes in because I guess he's one of the newest members of the team, and he looks at Dolph Lundgren and goes, "Is this guy a sniper?" And Dolph is like, "Hey, relax. I've got a prescription scope." But I feel Batista would be the best pick for Rios, and I think Ryan Reynolds would probably be the best pick for Salem. Because let's be real, Ryan Reynolds can do action and comedy at the same time.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Well, not just Deadpool. If you saw Michael Bay's Six Underground, which is a big ensemble, big budget action movie. It's one of the few Netflix original movies that I actually enjoy.
Yeah, speaking of Netflix, I'm ready for when they come out with that Skull Island anime.
Yeah, which I think that's supposed to be at the end of the month.
Yeah, and we're even supposed to be getting another Devil May Cry anime here soon.
Right.
But right now, all that's confirmed for Netflix is Kong anime later this month and the Gamera anime sometime in the fall.
Which, I mean, I'll be watching the Kong one for sure.
Yeah, which means that by the end of this year, Netflix will have rebooted all of my favorite monsters: Godzilla, Kong, Ultraman, and now Gamera. They're really trying to squeeze that titty dry.
Well, hey, if you're a kaiju fan, then you know you're set. Which I know you are a huge kaiju fan.
More like humongous kaiju-sized kaiju fan.
Right.
You can't hear it, but my audio's here. Like, here, I got something for you.
Nice.
Yeah, it went off next to both of them, but it only killed one of them. But it's like Call of Duty logic. Am I right? Now I'm just using the Scar H, just fucking up everybody's night.
Well, good news. You just got yourself an extra sub. Courtesy of Just a Random Gamer. Thanks for subbing to him, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. More good shit coming in the future. I promise, man.
Yeah, he also has he also has his own playthrough series, somewhat similar to what I do. You just finished up Jak 3. And
yeah, I'm planning on doing Trek to Yumi next.
Yes, that's right.
But I'm probably gonna take a little longer break with full playthroughs and just probably either do random clips from Xbox games or just go do what I said I was going to and start doing take requests for battles and Injustice.
Right.
I have the Ultimate Edition, so just say what character and skins you want to fight, and I'll do it.
Well, retro stuff when Kason and I don't really have we're kind of the same in that we don't really have a system in place for what we play. We just kind of play whatever we feel like.
Amen, man.
Which is right now, I'm working on Dino Crisis 2, and then in a little while I'll be working on some Indiana Jones stuff, and then whatever after that, and then I'll be working on a bunch of Mission Impossible stuff. Well, I mean, I do plan on playing some patriotic shit for 4th of July week. Some Independence Day on PS1 and some Medal of Honor and some Top Gun.
Random gamer, just subscribe back to you, man. What's up, buddy? Seriously. Now, if only the rest of you fuckins would fucking subscribe, like we've been saying the last few streams. Nah, I'll take what I can get at this point.
Yeah.
I mainly just do it for fun anyway. I mean, I'm not worried about getting a big following, just, you know, just somewhat of a following.
Yeah.
At least someone's watching me play video games.
Yeah.
My wife won't do it.
Well, she watches enough.
She'll only watch me play certain games.
Right.
But games like this, she does. Apparently, she says like test match.
Yeah. Well, your wife is more of a horror fanatic than anything else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now that that's done, I'm afraid we're gonna have to call it. I'm afraid we're gonna have to call it a stream, folks, because it's getting too hot out here in this shed, and I gotta go inside and take care of stuff with the family.
Alrighty. Well.
But to all who took time to watch, everyone who took time to watch our bullshit stream, just thank you very much, and it's always appreciated.
Yep. Thanks for popping in. God bless and stay safe.